Morning, gang. We're out in my garage. We're not out in my shop this morning. I've reappropriated my garage, so the missus is parked outside for the time being. Um, but for this project, I just didn't have the space in the shop to take on this project. So what we have is a lawnmower that a friend of mine gave me. And I've got the little house down on the beach, and I've been using this lawnmower right there to do the lawn down there. And it's quite heavy, and the soil is very sandy, so I've been lugging that thing around. Well, the funny thing is whenever I brought it back home to clean it up, and I was actually going to sell it. But whenever I got it home and I cleaned it all up and I flipped it over to change the blade on it, I realized it's got a belt drive. So lo and behold, this thing, the whole time I've had it, has been a power assist, a self-propelled lawnmower. And my dumb ass has been pushing this thing around in the sand for a year. So I got it tidied up. I got a new blade for it. I'll put that on later. I won't go into that today. But what I wanted to show you guys was all the parts and pieces that I got to put on this lawnmower. So I want to go over with a few things that I got. I got a brand new air filter and a secondary filter. This is the drive that goes on the transaxle. This is the pulley, the primary pulley that goes on the transaxle. And this little pulley is an idler pulley that goes on the transaxle. So I'll be installing all of that. These are the two front wheels. You can see I've got no bushings to replace them. I've got some valve stems somewhere to replace these. I'm not worried about painting everything and making it all pretty. I just don't have the time. Got a new steering bushing for the steering wheel. These are the idler pulleys that go on the deck. These are the green. How cool is that? Green. I've never bought lawnmower blades that were green. But there you have it. These are the new spindles for the deck, and of course there's all the belts that go on the deck. These are the battery brackets. The battery sits down in like this. It sits here in the back of the lawnmower. As far as the lawnmower itself goes, I've already changed a few parts and pieces. These little abrasive steps, I replaced those, and you can't buy those. So what I did is I used this stuff here. It's actually for stairs, and I just used the old steps and cut them out, and they adhere to the tractor. The engine, I had issues with it. I had to pretty much go through it. I've already gone through that. I went ahead and bought a new carburetor for it. It came with all fuel lines. It even came with a spark plug. That was pretty cool. I had to replace, this is actually, get to where you can see it. This is a zip tie. This is actually a factory part for this lawnmower. I couldn't believe it whenever I saw that. I thought somebody just jury-rigged this up, but when I got to looking online for parts, this actually had a part number. So there you have it. I bought new headlights and headlight bezels. You can see I had to make a new wiring harness for it because it had gotten burnt on the exhaust that's underneath this panel here. I've already replaced the little bushings here for the steering rods. I've already got both sides replaced on that. What else? Believe it or not, that is the seat that has been on this lawnmower that's been sitting underneath a tree for 8 years. And there's not a crack in it anywhere. It's a fantastic seat. I was really surprised by that as well. You can see I've got all four. Okay, as you can see, I've got all new tires. Again, I'm not going to worry with painting the wheels and doing all that. This project is sheer function. I will say I did go ahead and get some Lucas oil to put in the engine. I believe in that stuff. It really works well. The deck. So here's the deck. You can see I've got all the pulleys and brackets off of it. I'll assemble all of that. I'm not going to video every single step. I'll do more of a completion at the end of the video, or at the end of the project, and show you guys and kind of talk through how I did everything. But over here, these are some of the old parts that came off of it. So you can see the idler pulley, it's froze up. It won't even turn. The bearings are froze up. Here's the spindles. They're all froze up. The pulleys are just rusted and rotted, and the carburetor leaks so bad that I decided to go ahead and replace it. Over here, here's the old blades. And something funny about these blades, whenever I flipped the deck over to take the blades off for replacement, something caught my eye strange. I looked at it for a minute, and then I realized whoever put these blades on put them on upside down. So they're supposed to go and cut the grass like this, and this creates a lift, almost like a vacuum cleaner, to pull the grass up so that the blade can cut it. But these blades were mounted in this fashion. I don't know where to go with that. That's just strange. But anyway, I've got a new blades that we'll put on it. And I got a new battery. It's on the charger right now. It's pretty much charged up. This is the old air filter that came out of it, so you kind of get an idea what I was dealing with when I started. That's the idler pulley for the transaxle, and again, that's the drive. Over here's the old belts that I bought, or that I took off of it. I've got new ones to replace it. This particular belt I have some concern with. The new replacement is a touch bigger, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll put it all together and see what happens. If I have to get a different belt, I can. So for now, I'm going to put the camera down and I'm going to get to working on this thing. Okay, gang, so as with any project that you plan on going smoothly, they never do. So right off the bat, while I was putting the deck together and trying to put the spindles in, I got the idler pulleys mounted up, and when I went to put the spindles in, I realized that that this little brake, I don't know if you can see that, that little brake right there is supposed to go into the pulley whenever you release the tension on the belt. It's kind of a brake just to stop everything from spinning. So these are the old, I have the old spindle right here, okay? The problem is the height of the pulley to here. All right, that's a little bit better. So the problem that I have is the height of these two different components. So I'm going to end up using the old housing, but all of the new bearings and such that come into this hub. But while I was doing this, I came across something kind of odd. So this is the brand new spindle, I'm sure made in China, with a grease fitting. You can see it goes right through into the assembly here so you can grease the bearings. What I don't understand is why did they use a sealed bearing on both sides? So if you pump grease into the hub, you're going to be applying grease on both sides of the bearing, shoving it out. So I'm not real sure about that. But at any rate, took these out in the shop, sandblasted them, got them all cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and put the bearings and everything in it, and we'll pick up from there. So, as feared and predicted, this belt, that is the transaxle belt, when I first got it in, I thought it was a little bit larger than the one that came off of it. And lo and behold, it was quite a bit smaller. So I'm back from town. I had to run to town to the farm store, and I picked up another belt that I think will fit. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put on, and we'll pick up from there. All right, gang, here it is. All put back together, sitting back on its tires and wheels, and I guess it's the moment of truth. So I got the deck all back together. Like I said, I had to use some different parts off the old parts with the new parts, but it all worked out pretty good. Engine's all back together. Looks pretty good. I'm hoping it starts. I got the new battery put in it. Got all the wiring hooked back up the way it's supposed to be. And let's let her rip. Awesome, she runs. I guess now it's time to mow right after I have that cold beer. See you guys around. It was a lot of fun, and we'll catch you on YouTube. If you like the video, hit the like button. If not, well, go mow your grass or something. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, there's the free lawnmower. I've got $1,000 in it. It's practically brand new. I'm fixing to take it out and try it and see if it mows well and make any adjustments from there. But anyway, see you later, guys.